Hey everyone, how we doing today? This is James Sweeney, aka SplitSuit, and today we're going to review a hand sent in by Vako. This is a hand from For No Limit, where Vako has 6-5 suited and needs to know if his fold was genius or silly. So let's check it out. Okay, so in this hand there's a min raise, folds to hero who decides to call, totally standard so far, get another call, and a fold from the big blind. Okay, totally standard so far. End up flopping the nuts, not so standard, but pretty awesome. Bet. Call, here decides to raise, and here we are. So, love the fact that we're raising, but I really hate the size. And I only say that with love. And I know I say this like a bazillion times a month, but bet sizing is something we all need to be working on and improving on, and only going to 17 cents here is criminal. Leaves way too much money on the table. And this isn't something where I'm trying to be ego-oriented and saying, oh, they're For No Limit players, they're all dumb, they're all bad, just do this, that, or the other thing. It has nothing to do with that. It simply has to do with the fact that lots of players will pay lots of money to draw, whether that's drawing to two pair, whether that's drawing to flush draws, whether that's drawing to straight draws, you name it, people will oftentimes pay way more than they should to draw to things. And thus it is our responsibility to punish them by making really big raise sizes. So in this situation, honestly, just hit the pop button. Go up to something like 50 cents and go forward from there. If someone has 7x, they're still going to get sticky a large chunk of the time. A flush draw, a straight draw, you name it, they're going to get sticky a lot. So this is just a situation where only going to 17 cents is just criminal. It leaves a ton of money and value on the table. You need to be punishing people, not allowing them to draw against you for free and cheap. And in this situation, we end up getting called by Kiko, and they are the main villain. They are a 31-13. They are a recreational player. Vako also says that they are capable of bluffing with air. Small bets are usually weak pairs, and usually big bets are either premiums or bluff hands. And this person has shown the propensity to play for stacks with flush draws. Excellent. All good information to know. So going down to the turn, we still have a great hand. They bet. Okay, so them leading into us really just implies that they like their hand at least somewhat, at least in my opinion. That's how I'm looking at it. 12 cents means they probably don't love it a ton, but I'm definitely going to raise. I'm just definitely going to raise much larger. So again, you can pretty much just hit the pop button here and go forward from there. I think, again, going to 41, you're just giving them such a good price with anything that is kind of criminal. And if they want to stick around, if they want to draw, if they want to see if their 7x is the best hand, let's test that. And let's really see if we can go for stacks here. It's very, very criminal to only go to 41 cents. So we end up getting called, not shocking. River is the diamond, okay, and we end up facing a bet of 111 from Kiko. So as I'm sure you guessed from the information in the intro, Vako does decide to fold here. And Vako says this in the write-up. He says, I don't know if I made a hero fold or an idiot fold on the river with my flush. I hope you can help. So Vako, I love the fact that you're questioning that. I love the fact that you're not in here trying to say, oh, this is the best fold ever, nothing like that. You're really just looking at this objectively saying, hey, was this a good fold or is this a bad fold? Love the fact that we're doing that. And honestly, this is a bad fold. Yes, you may be behind some percentage of the time, but this is a situation where you cannot be convinced that you are behind anywhere near enough of the time to justify getting rid of this. But I am going to say one very, very important thing. Had you bet sized better at every stage in this hand, this doesn't happen, right? So if we go back to the flop and think about it, if you had pretty much potted it here and gone to something like 50 cents and you get called, that's a $1.36 in the middle right here, as opposed to only 74 cents. Now all of a sudden you're almost pretty much all in when this person decides to lead the turn and you decide to pot it, right? Again, we're all in at that point. So the river doesn't even exist. We've already forced Kiko to make a decision earlier in the hand rather than creating a situation where we could possibly make a blunder. And in this situation, again, I think folding on the river is a pretty large blunder. Could we be behind some percentage of the time? Sure. Enough of the time for me to panic? Most certainly not. So this is just a situation where, yeah, I think you made a mistake. I think the fold was kind of bad, but we learned from it. And again, if you make the better bet sizing decisions in the future, all of a sudden the river just plays itself and there's no questions left at that point. So Vako, thank you very much for the great hand. If you or anyone else has a poker hand you'd like me to review in a video, feel free to send it to me directly at splitsuit.com/send. And you can always ask me a poker question at splitsuit.com/ask. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like and subscribe, and if you have any questions or thoughts on this hand, feel free to drop a comment. Otherwise, I'll see you back next week with a brand new video, and in the meantime, good luck out there, and happy grinding.